Good morning, class 5. Let's come to chapter number 8, Turning the Tide. So, what is this chapter about? This chapter is about the turtles, saving the turtles known as Wrigley turtles. Okay, it has been written by Karthik Shankar. He is not only a great writer but also an ecologist. Who is an ecologist? Who is an environmentalist who studies about the interaction of animals. So, environment. So, this is Karthik Nair. So here, what the story is telling. Imagine yourself. So the means author is telling us to imagine ourselves on a beach in Odisha in winter. Moonlight glistens and is reflected not of the sand or water. So the moonlight is shimmering. It's not because it's reflecting its light, not because of sand or water, but of the wet backs of 1,000 turtles. So turtle's back portion is being reflected. Each olive ridley 2 feet long. So each olive ridley turtle, the description is given, 2 feet long, weighing about 50 kilograms, has dragged itself up the beach to dig a nest and lay eggs. So they are all come up. They have all come up to the shore to lay their eggs, as all sea turtles do. So this is the same thing all sea turtles do. They come up to the shore to lay their eggs. Unlike other sea turtles, though Wrigley's take part in an animal ritual known as arribada. What is that? Arribada means arrival in Spanish. 10,000s come to the shore at the same time to lay their eggs. So how many they come together? All together they come as 10,000. So this amazing natural phenomena may disappear one day unless we are able to do something about the hazards that threaten these turtles' existence. So we are being concerned to save these turtles. Otherwise, it will become extinct one day. So sea turtles are magical animals, all the more mystifying because of our ignorance about them. So what is mystifying? It is not easily understood. Okay, we do not understand turtles much, and so by our ignorance, by the human ignorance, they are getting extinct. Appear but briefly on land to lay their eggs and spend the rest of their lives wandering the oceans. When newly hatched, they drift with oceanic currents, sometimes traveling the entire Pacific or Atlantic. When they become adults, 10 to 15 years later, so when do they become adult? After 10 to 15 years later, when they become adults, they use the Earth's magnetic field to find and lay their eggs on the same beach where they were born. So it's a very interesting thing. So where they were born, they try to lay their eggs by using the Earth's magnetic field on the very same beach where the mothers were born. So they have done this for millions of years, but today sea turtles are threatened by human activity. It is for us the turtles are being threatened. So this includes the increasing pollution of the oceans. So what is the first thing that is threatening them? It is the pollution. Electric lights on beaches confuse and disoriented hatchlings and prevent them from finding the oceans after they hatch. So electric lights, they also disturbs them. Okay, they cannot find their actual position of laying their eggs. Fishing nets is also a big problem. Fishing nets have killed hundreds of thousands of turtles worldwide. Sea turtles and are air breathers, and when they get accidentally caught in fishing nets, they drown. So sea turtles are what? Basically air breathers. They take oxygen, and when they come up for their oxygen. But when they get caught in a net, okay, they cannot come up and they drown and die. So in Odisha, thousands of olive ridley are killed each year in nets. In Odisha, these turtles, with particular turtles, are killed by the fishing nets, which also destroy marine ecosystem. This also affects the livelihood of traditional fishing communities. Current efforts to create an alliance means friendship, between fishermen and conservationists. Conservationists are people who take an active part in protecting the environment. Okay, conservationists seem to offer some hope. So means the farmers and the conservationists are particularly trying themselves to make an awareness, create a conservationist facilities for all the turtles, Wrigley turtles. So here narrator is telling about his experience. I saw my first olive Wrigley turtle one moonlit night in Chennai at evening time. We had just started a student group to conserve turtles. So they have started that collection of turtles. We watched the female turtle come ashore, crawl up to a dry part of the beach, dig a 2 feet deep nest. So where she was laying the egg, 2 feet deep nest with her hind flippers, the back portion, the back legs, and lay 100 to 150 eggs. So how many eggs can a mother turtle, can a mother Ridley turtle lay? It is 150. The hatchlings would emerge about 2 months later and under the cover of darkness make a swift dash for the sea, which they locate by the reflection of moonlight and starlight on the water. Now, nearly 20 years later, some of those hatchlings have hopefully reached adulthood. So, the group with which I saw my first olive Ridley is still active. There are now many more conservation organizations around India which work for the conservation of these fascinating marine creatures. So, there are different conservationists or the organization which save these marine creatures. All these and more effort will be required to counter new threats on the horizon. In Odisha, new ports have been built along the coast and several more are planned. So this will destroy many mass nesting beaches. So ports, if Odisha comes with different ports at different place, then the beaches will be blocked and the turtles won't be able to come up to the shore and they won't be able to hatch eggs. So this will destroy many mass nesting beaches. Offshore oil exploration poses another threat. This coastal development with attendant problems of pollution, lightning, habitat loss due to changes in beach dynamics could cause even further declines in this pollution. So not only will sea turtles and other marine organisms suffer, but so will the people who depend on marine resources for their livelihood. So creating the ports can affect both the marine ecosystem and the people who depend on the seas for their livelihood, like fishermen and all. So often such development does not help local people as much of it is expected to do. Thanks to conservation efforts and their innate resilience, olive Ridley turtles in Odisha are doing well. More turtles nest during mass nesting events at Rukshikala than they ever have since this beach was discovered 25 years ago. There is reason for hope. So there is reason for hope of saving these turtles. But sea turtles are only one of the many species that are threatened by human activity, and they too could be permanently affected by climate change and coastal development. So if anything develops on the coast, that can affect the turtles. So will they survive into the next century? Will this healthy marine ecosystem to living? That depends on us. So we are the people. What we should do? We should conserve these particular turtles. Okay. So that depends on us. If you live near the coast, find out what species of sea turtle nest on those beaches and join in efforts to save them and their habitats. They need all the help they can get. So these beaches, we should go there and help out. So our help is will facilitate these turtles to to get conserved. Otherwise, they will die very soon. So this is all about the chapter. It is saying about the Wrigley turtles. Just go through it. I'll give the question answers very soon regarding this chapter. Thank you.